We now start with the next part of the chapter stoichiometry, that is part B. Now in part B there are is divided into three parts. The part B is divided into three parts. First one is percentage composition. The next one is empirical formula and molecular formula, and the third one is chemical equations. I'll do one thing. We'll just start with percentage composition and make a video only for percentage composition first. Then we'll go for empirical formula and then we'll go for chemical reaction, so that it's easy to understand also, and you are doing numerical the same thing, which is being the explanation is given to you. So when you say percentage composition, it's exactly the same what we did even in the 9th standard. That is the percentage of a particular kind of an element present in a particular compound. So that is a percentage composition, that it is a percent by weight of each element in a compound. So what by weight, what is the percentage of that element in a compound is the percentage composition of the compound. So we can see that percentage composition can be given by the formula that percentage composition is equals to weight of element in one molecule upon weight of compound into 100. Okay, upon gram molecular weight of the compound, or that's right, weight of compound, it will be gram molecular mass, GMM of the compound into 100. So very simple. You will be just given this particular kind of information about the particular substance, compound, and then you will be asked to find out the percentage of the different elements which are present in that compound. So we can directly move on to the, or we can just take one example first. We can take the 5th example, what is given over here in the on page number 87. Calculate the number of molecules of water of crystallization in copper sulfate crystals. If 10 grams of hydrous copper sulfate crystals give 6.4 grams of anhydrous copper sulfate on heating. So we are given that CuSO4 dot XH2O. So this is what is there. It is XH2O. You want to find out what is this X, right? Mass of anhydrous is equal to 6.4 grams, and the whereas the mass of this one, mass of hydrous, is equal to 10 grams. Therefore mass of water is equal to 10 minus 6.4 is equal to 3.6 grams. So we can easily see now that if in this particular case you know that, so let's find out the GMM first. So we know that CuSO4 dot XH2O. Cu is given to you as 64. So it's 64 plus 32 plus 4 into 16 plus X into 2 plus 16. So this is number 96 plus 48 plus 18x. So this is going to be 144 plus 18x. That's the mass of CuSO4 dot XH2O. Now we know over here that the percentage composition of water over here is at 18x over here, 18x, and one sec, just a minute. Okay, this is mass of anhydrous. Mass of anhydrous, okay, 160, 1 second, 4, 16, 64, oh, sorry. is 64. That's why this is 160. Right, now it's okay. So now we know that percentage of water is equal to 18x upon 160. Okay, and that is also equal to, you can see over here, 3.6 upon 6.4. Right? Same thing. Water itna, anhydrous itna. Water itna, anhydrous itna. Water itna, anhydrous itna. So comparing it, or you can also say it this way, that in 160 grams of CuSO4 there is 18x of water, and 6.4 grams of anhydrous gets 3.6. So 180 will be having 18.6. So ऐसे करके आ जाएगा. So it will be x is equals to 36 upon 64 into 100. 160 upon 18. This is 2 and this 32 and then 5. So that is why 5 molecules. So that's why the number of molecules of water of crystallization is 5. This is one of the examples of the percent composition. Now we move on to the additional questions which are here and that are on page number 95 for this particular part of the chapter. There are 8 questions, so let's do the 8 questions. Okay, what we have is question 1. Calculate the percentage by weight of C in carbon dioxide, Na in sodium carbonate, Al in aluminum nitrate. So we have got A ka first is C in CO2. So we know C is equals to 12 and CO2 is equals to 12 plus 32 is equals to 44. Therefore C percentage is equals to 12 upon 44 into 100. 4 11s are 4 25s are. So that will be 25 into 12 is 300 upon 11. That is 27.3%. Okay, that is 27.227 to 3%. We see the B part of this, that is Na in sodium carbonate, Na in Na2CO3. So we know that Na is 23, so Na is equal to 23, so Na2 will be equal to 46, Na2CO3 is equals to 46 plus 12 plus 48, 60, 106. Therefore, Na percentage is equals to 46 upon 106 into 100. This is 23, this is 52, this is 26, this is 50, 25, 13. So that will be 575 upon 13. So 575 that will be 44 point something. I think sec 23. Okay, I made a mistake over here, so that is not 52, it will be 53. So I have to do it again. So it was 46 upon 106 into 100. So this is 23 and this is 53. Okay, so that is 2300 upon 53. That will be 43.4% approximately. Yeah, the calculation is the most important part, so you need to take care of the calculations, but easy ones. We see the C part, that is Al in aluminum nitrate. So Al in Al2N3. So Al is equals to, they are given Al to be as 27 and so Al2 will be equal to 54. Al2N3 will be equal to 54 plus 14 into 3. So that is 54 plus 42, that is 96. Therefore, Al percent is equals to 54 upon 96 into 100. 425s are 424s are, and then 4 nahi hoga, but 12, and this is 27. So this gives you 675 upon 12. So that will be 50. नहीं, कुछ mistake किया है. That will be equal to 56.25. One sec. With aluminum. Okay, I think I tried. I tried. Okay, I have made a very big mistake over here, and that is the formula for aluminum nitrate itself is wrong. I don't know why I took this thing. It is ALN. So it is ALN will be equal to 27 plus 14 is equals to 41. So we have AL percent is equals to 27 upon 41 into 100. Okay, so it's 2700 upon 41. So when you take this as 2700 divided by 41, we get 65.85. So it is 65.85%. Right? So this is question number 1. We now move on to question number 2. Calculate the percentage of iron in K3FeCN6. Question number 2, we need to find out the percentage of iron Fe in K3FeCN6. So Fe is equal to 56, and you need to find out K3FeCN6, that is K is given as 39, so it is 39 into 3 plus 56 plus C is 12 plus 14 into 6. So 27 and 9, 11, 117 plus 56 plus this is 26 into 6. So this adds up to be as 13. So 5, 6, 7 and 173 plus 6, 6 are 36, 3, 6 2s are 12, 12 plus 3 is 15, 156. So that is going to give you as 9 and 2 and then 3. So 329 will be the total weight of a GMM. So that is equal to GMM. So percentage Fe is equals to 56 upon 329 into 100. Okay. So it is 5600 divided by 329 will give you the answer as 17.02. So that is 17.02 percentage. Okay, you'll have to divide it, can't help it, you don't have any option but to divide it. You can go for 3 से भी नहीं कर पाए because और कोई 3 से divide नहीं हो रहा है, नीचे से 3 से divide हो रहा है, नहीं वो भी नहीं हो रहा है. Okay, so you'll have to try it out. All you need to do is just division, direct division. Okay, so that is about the second sum. Now we move on to the third sum. Calculate which of the following calcium nitrate and ammonium sulfate has a higher percent of nitrogen in them. So you got over here, first is calcium nitrate, that is CaNO3 twice, and second one is ammonium sulfate, NH4SO4. Okay, NH4 twice SO4 will be ammonium sulfate. So we need to find out the percentage of nitrogen in this case and percentage of nitrogen in this case, and find out that which has got more percentage of nitrogen. So here first of all GMM. So here calcium is given as 40. So it is 40 plus nitrogen is 14 plus 16 into 3 48 into 2. So that will be CaCO3. So that will be 40 plus this is 62 into 2 is equal to 40 plus 124, that is 164. So for n%, n is 2 over here, so that's for n% is equal to 28 upon 164 into 100. Okay, that gives you as 14s are, this is 82, then 7 and then 41. So it's 700 upon 41. Okay, so that's 700 divided by 41 is 17.07. Now in the same case you have got to see about NH4 twice SO4. We find out the percentage of NH4 twice SO4. So NH4 twice SO4, we see N is 14 plus 4 into 2 plus 32 plus 64. So that is 18 into 2 is 36 plus this is 96. So that is going to give you as 132. Amount of nitrogen is again 28. So n% is equal to 28 upon 132 into 100. So this is 14. This is going to be 66, 33 and 7. So it is 700 upon 33. Of course this is greater. Okay. So it is 700 divided by 33 is 21.21%. Therefore NH4 twice SO4 has higher nitrogen. Okay, we need to find out that which has got more nitrogen. So percent of nitrogen is higher in case of this one, that is ammonium sulfate. We now move on to sum number 4. Calculate the percentage of pure aluminum in 10 kg of aluminum oxide Al2O3 of 90% purity. So you need to find out the percent of pure aluminum in 10 kg of aluminum oxide of 90% purity. So first of all, we know that 90% of 10 kg of Al2O3, because we know that 90% purity है, तो पहले Al2O3 कितना quantity है, that is 90% of 10, that is equals to 90 upon 100 into 10 is equals to 9 kg of pure Al2O3. So pure Al2O3 is this much. They want to find out that what is the, calculate the percentage of pure aluminum in. So we need to find out the percentage of pure aluminum. Now we know that Al2O3, Al is equals to, Al is equals to 27. So Al2 will be equal to 27 into 2 is equals to 54. And Al2O3, the GMM will be 54 plus 48 is equals to 102. Therefore, we know over here that AL percent will be equal to 54 into 100 upon 102. This is 27, this is 51. 51 and 27 तो कहीं होगा नहीं, so it's 2700 upon 51. So 2700 divided by 51, that gives you 52 point. Okay, but this is for pure thing, but it has got 90% pure. Okay. Calculate the percent of pure aluminum and 10 kg of aluminum purity, 90% purity. So okay, if it is 100% purity, so this is not required, this part is not required. 100% purity will give you 52.94%. So purity is 90%, therefore 90% purity is equals to 90 upon 100 into 52.94. So that will give you as 52.94 into 9, that is 47.64%. So it is 47.64%. Okay, 90% purity हम लोग को बाद में ढूंढना था because we don't know that much part of the substance which is there in Al2O3. See, when I took it like this, it is only if I want to find out the total volume or total quantity of aluminum present in it. I wanted to have a percentage composition. Now in percentage composition, Al2O3 के साथ में जितने भी components है, that is added to this particular. So when I am saying the percentage, तो percentage ये अगर 100% होता, then the aluminum का percentage will be 52.94. Because it is not 100% and there is impurities of 10% in it, that's why the percentage of aluminum decreases to 47.64. क्यों? क्योंकि बाकी का 10% जो वेस्टेज है उसमें भी एल्यूमिनियम का परसेंटेज जो है, मीन्स वी आर कंपेयरिंग द वेट ऑफ एल्यूमिनियम इन 10 kgs. एक्चुअली हम लोग 9 kgs में ढूंढते तो हम लोग को प्योर एल्यूमिनियम मिलता, बट 9 kgs में नहीं ढूंढ रहे हम लोग. क्या कर रहे हैं, 10 kgs में एल्यूमिनियम कितना परसेंटेज है वो ढूंढ रहे हैं. दैट्स व्हाई वी आर गोइंग टू टेक द 90% ऑफ द टोटल 100% ऑफ द एल्यूमिनियम इन अ प्योर वन. सो दैट गिव्स यू एज 47.64%. We now move on to sum number 5. State which of the following are better fertilizers: potassium sulfate or potassium nitrate or urea or ammonium phosphate. So that is, see, whenever you are going to take potassium phosphate, we are going to find out the potassium content, because a good fertilizer will be one which will be having more potassium in it. And another case, when you are taking urea and you are taking ammonium phosphate, then you are going to find out what is the percentage of ammonia in it. So the nitrogen, sorry, not ammonia, hydrogen in it. So that's why in both the cases, in first part we are going to find out the percentage of potassium, and then the second part you are going to find out the amount of nitrogen. So this is how we are going to do this sum. In both these cases we are going to find out the percentage of potassium in the first case, and secondly will be percentage of nitrogen in the second case. So the first case is question number 5, one part, K3PO4, and other part was potassium nitrate, KNO3. Now K is 39, so it is 39 into 3 plus phosphate is 31 plus 16 into 4. So this gives you as 27,117 plus 31 plus 64. So that gives you 4, 8, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 12 and 1 and 9, 10, 11 and then 1. So that is 212. Therefore, K percent is equals to 117 upon 212 into 100. Right? That will be equal to 117. That is 55.19%. We see KNO3. In KNO3, we see that K is 39. So 39 plus 14 plus 48. So that will be equal to 8, 12 plus 9 is 21, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 101. Therefore, K percent is equal to 39 upon 101 into 100. That is approximately 39%. So we can see that K3PO4 is better fertilizer. Okay, versus K3PO4 percent of K is more than KNO3. The next what we see is the part which was about urea and ammonium phosphate, that is NH2CONH2, and the other part is NH4 thrice PO4. So we see in this case NH2CONH2, it is 14 plus 2 plus 12 plus 16 plus 14 plus 2. So this is 14 plus 16 is 30, 30 plus 40, 50, 58, 60. So N percent is equals to 28 upon 60 into 100. So 6 4s are, and then 40, so 6 are, then again 46 6, so it will be 46.66%. Whereas NH4 thrice PO4 will be 14 plus 4 into 3 plus 31 plus 64. So 18 into 3 is 54 plus 95, so it's equals to 1 of 9 and then 40, 149. Therefore N percent is equals to 14 3s are, because 3 nitrogen are there, so 14 3s are, so 42 upon 149 into 100. Okay, so that will be infinitely less because it is 420 divided by 149 will give you approximate 28%. So it's 28.18%. Therefore, urea is better fertilizer. Got it? So this was sum number 5. Now let's see sum number 6. Calculate the percent of carbon in 55% pure sample of calcium carbonate. So you have to see carbon in pure 55% pure calcium carbonate. So when it is 100%, it is CaCO3 will be equal to 40. So 40 plus 12 plus 48, that is going to be equal to 60, 100, exactly 100. Very good. So it's more easier. So we know that we need to find out the percentage of carbon. What's that? 55% pure carbon. Okay. So we know that C percent is equal to 12 upon 100 into 100. So that's equal to 12% for pure. Okay, for pure calcium carbonate. But it is 55%, therefore C percentage for 55% CaCO3 will be equal to 55% of 12. It is 55 upon 100 into 12. Okay, so that will be equal to 55. That will be 660 upon 100 is equal to 6.6%. So that was sum number 6. We now move on to sum number 7. Calculate the percent of water crystallization in hydrated copper sulfate CuSO4.5H2O. So it is percentage of water CuSO4 dot 5 H2O. Cu, we know that it is 63.5. Oh, 63.5 plus 32 plus 64 plus 5 into 18. So we know over here this totals up to would be 0.5, this 6 plus 3, 9, and then 6 plus 3, 9, and 6, 15. 159.5 plus 90. So that is equals to 249.5. Therefore, Cu, water percentage, H2O percent is equals to 90 upon 249.5 into 100. That is 9000 upon 249.5. That will approximately come out to be as 36%. So .07, so 36.07%. That was 7 sum. We now move to the last sum, 8 sum. Hydrated calcium carbonate is CaSO4.XH2O containing 21% water of crystallization. Calculate the number of molecules of water of crystallization X in hydrated copper sulfur. Hydrated, same thing. Okay, so it is. We know that over here so 8 sum CaSO4.XH2O. So Ca is 40 plus 32 plus 64 plus 18x. Okay, so this comes out to be 104 plus 32 is 106 and 136. So 136 plus 18x. It is given to us that percentage of water is equal to 21%. Okay, it is given that percent of water is 21%. So we see that 21 is equal to 18x upon 136 plus 18x into 100. So this will be 21 into 136 plus 18x is equal to 1800x. So this gives us as 136 into 21 as 2856 plus 18 into 21 is going to be 378x is equal to 1800x. So 2856 is equal to 1800x minus 378x. So 2856 is equal to 1422 x. So x is equal to 2856 upon 1422, which is approximately 2. Therefore, it is CaSO4.2H2O. Okay, so x is equal to 2. So that was about the percentage combination sums. Not so asked much in the boards, so, but you need to learn this thing. But mainly the main problem over here is understanding wise it's very easy, but only thing is the calculations. So calculations, you will have to take some time for calculations and do it properly. Okay.